Hello, hey, welcome. First of all, Merry Christmas. I truly hope that you spend it with people that care about you. As for me, I got an email from people that really care about me. The government. They wanted me to pay up and renew my fishing license. Will I do it? No. Why? Because I bought it to fish salmon, but as the salmon season started, they closed a lot of major salmon spots. That meant when I woke up at 4 a.m., drove for an hour and a half, I have wasted my time and I paid for it. So on that lovely note, we're going to be playing Winter is Coming challenge. I have 3 days to prepare for an endless winter and survive, and I am not good at surviving. Also, what I had experienced today did not match what I watched on YouTube. I don't know what Build 42 did to that challenge, but it has gone from try to survive in an endless winter to try to survive until the start of an endless winter. On that note, let's melt in. I get it, it's winter and we melt. Okay, bro. Let's just start this, shall we? We are greeted with a message. In 3 days, the endless winter begins. Wrap up warm. Oh, shiver my timber! So as soon as I started looting the kitchen, I realized there were little to no resources. Only 1 canned beef that I obviously cannot open. That, ladies and gentlemen, are zombies on our window. I underestimated how many zombies were outside my window. Each time I slayed a zombie, 2 more would come. And in about 20 seconds, I was being overrun. I tried running away, but for some reason I couldn't go through and open the door because the table was blocking me. And I had no time to open a window. That meant I had to YOLO through a dozen zombies, hoping that they wouldn't bite me to escape. I managed to get a break and got outside. But that's when I quickly started to realize that the outside situation was even worse. And I died. 53 minutes is all I managed to survive for. Obviously, I had to rethink my strategies. My idea for this run was to be more sneaky but still go loot other buildings. The only useful thing in our starting house was this hoodie. So we start to get out, but there are zombies everywhere. Each house had like a small group of 20-30 zombies on it. The more I traveled, the more zombies were in my way. As soon as I got into a fight with a lone straggler, all zombies around me started going right towards me. Obviously, my plan was not working. Just look at what I got myself into by fighting 1 zombie.
Sometimes life is cock and ball torture.
Now I had no idea where I was going to. I had no idea how to get rid of all of them. Everywhere I was going, there were packs of zombies standing right around me. Finally, I managed to find the forest. My idea was to lose all the horde in the forest. However, it didn't really work, because the forest not only had the few zombies in it, there were so many zombies in the Muldra that I couldn't kite all of them. So my plan has changed again. My plan was to get to the McCoy factories, hoping that there wouldn't be so much zombies as in the town. And since I had nothing to my name, I had no other choice left. After walking for a while, I finally see the sign. However, my hopes and dreams were broken when I saw that for a single trailer there were about 100 zombies there. I tried to single each zombie out, and I even tried to go to the actual factories, but there were just hordes of zombies just gatekeeping it. I was wasting valuable time and energy fighting endless hordes of zombies instead of preparing for the endless winter. Clearly, my plans weren't working, and as before, killing 1 zombie attracted 2 more, and those zombies attracted even more zombies. And so I died. I needed to come up with some other plan, since none of my plans were working.
Sometimes life.
So my plan for this run was to basically go hit and run. Get into the building, get as much loot as possible, and run away until I get somewhere safe. It wasn't going that well, because there was not much loot and zombies were breaking down stuff very fast. I have managed to get into a few trailers, but as you can see there is not much food. Or if there is any food, it's rotten. Hell, I even managed to hit a store and it didn't have any food in it. Needless to say, I died. My initial plan was to wait as much as possible in the first house and basically hoping that the zombies would spread out. Now that I think about it, it's probably a bad idea to stay in one house as much as possible when you barely have any food or water. I did manage to survive one day in my house, but I realized I had to move out. So, with only a plunger to my name, I started going into the forest. On the way I was hoping to forage some food, mushrooms or berries for example. Can I find the difference between a good berry or a bad berry? No. My rule was, if it's fresh, it's eatable. After walking for a while, I found a dirt road. That was good because I could finally pinpoint where I was on the map. I was right here and I noticed that there's a farm right near me. So I headed towards it. Finally, my freaking plans worked. There weren't that many zombies on the farm. And it was full of animals. It had cows and chickens. That meant if I cleared this farm, I could finally live. And with a lake near me, I could get a good supply of water, and from the animals, I could get a good supply of food. So I started working on clearing out the farm. And finally, I was in the main house. Now, there wasn't that much loot, but it's a house nonetheless. It even had a basement. That's where I found my weapon. And to be honest, our farm was pretty good because our troughs were filled with food and water, except for chickens. And so basically we were set for just living there. And for the cows, we couldn't get milk from cows because they didn't have babies yet. And I believe it's not the season for mating, so we had to wait. But yeah, on that note, I cleared the whole house and made sure that it's safe to live in. Our plans for now is to clear out the whole farm and get some supplies. Forage some stones to create a fireplace because we need to cook our eggs and meat, and we can't for now because we don't have any electricity or water. And so after clearing our farm, we finally went to sleep. We woke up at night and I had this crazy idea to go into the wooden cabins near us through the forest. And well, it didn't turn out well. I had to come back. I was just waiting for the sunrise. And well, it was a disappointment because those cabins had nothing in them. So I just decided to go to the train station next to us. And well, the train station was a disappointment too. The only good thing that I found was probably a bottle of beer. However, we actually managed to find the road event where the ambulance struck the car. And it was a jackpot because we actually found a medical bag full of medical supplies, which I had to use quickly because I got ambushed by zombies in the woods and I couldn't hear them. Thankfully, it was just a scratch. After that, nothing really much happened. I just came back, and that's the end of the story for now. So yeah, if you'd like to see more, just tell me in the comments. I'll be glad to continue this series. I enjoyed it, even though I was suffering. Until next time.